and welcome to this live stream. I'm just gonna get the camera up. The camera. It's hard to set up it up to where it shows Sasha, so sorry if you get some bad camera shaking. Alright, here we are, and we are live. There we go. Say hi, Sasha. Say hi to our viewers. Alright, so let's start. Okay, so in this live stream, this is my first live stream, so and it is Christmas Eve, so Merry Christmas Eve to everybody who I hope some of you will come and view, but it's my first live stream, so that is a very small chance. But thank you if anyone does view. So let's get into the video. So, to start off, there's Sasha right there, who is going to be our lovely, lovely little tortoise that you guys are all going to be seeing in this live stream. So, we are going to talk about kind of my reptile career and where I want that to go. So, really, I love tortoises, and tortoises are mainly what I want to focus on. And that is, I just love tortoises. As you can see, they're just a big part of my life. I'm recording Sasha right here. So, in leading from that, of course, I love turtles, and I love a lot of other reptiles that you guys probably didn't know. I love a lot of lizards. I'm obsessed with chameleons and anoles. Chameleons and anoles, I just love, and bearded dragons too. Bearded dragons are a wonderful, wonderful lizard to me, and I just love how their personality is. So I absolutely just love them. So Sasha's kind of looking tired. So, yeah, but I do really love the reptile career and being in the reptile hobby, just because you get to see how fascinating they really are. And I've always wanted to have a little tortoise private reptile type sanctuary where I can do it have it all, and I am starting that right here, right now, with Mason's Turtles, and you all. I'm so honored to bring all of you on. Oh, camera shake. All of you guys on with me. And as you can see, I have Sasha, I have Ralph, I have Sheldon. So I love having all of these animals, and they are just it's just a wonderful companion. And it is just really, I never thought I would get this far, and I never thought I would have this much reptiles at this age, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful hobby to be in for me, because, and a lot of you don't know that whenever I was younger, my favorite animal was a frog. Okay, I loved frogs, and frogs are just, I love them. I love amphibians. I love all of those. I love all of those animals. Let's just move the camera a little. Oh, gonna move the camera a little bit. Just all right. Well, so I see that there is 11 people viewing. So thank you to all those viewers, and I appreciate that and 2 likes. I appreciate that you guys are viewing and liking my video. So thank you. I'm just gonna move the camera a little bit. Cameras are tricky. If there's anyone who makes videos out there, you guys know that cameras are tricky. So for those of you that just started viewing, alright, well, we'll just hold the camera now. Hello, Olivia. Thank you for viewing. So I'm just gonna hold the camera for now. But so we are talking about my reptile career and where I want that to take me. Okay, so my reptile career is it is very important to me, and it's just there's something about working with reptiles that I just love, and despite everything that comes along with it, um, it Olivia, what a cutie. Yeah, Sasha is a beautiful tortoise, and her shell is really dusty today. Oh, the sand in there. But let's see if I can get the camera in a good area. Let's see, so I don't have to hold it this whole live stream. Because I plan not to hold the camera this whole live stream. And to all of you, Merry Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas Eve. It has been a wonderful year, and the year has gone by really, really quickly. So, by Olivia. Alright, so, okay, I'll just hold it for now. But, so, yes, so, Sasha is just gonna be in the lead of the video, I guess. Okay, so let's just actually just clip it this way. Up, you can't even see Sasha. So, alright, sorry for any camera shaking. Alright, there we go. There we go. Okay, so, but what I plan to do in the future, is, well, I plan to work with a lot more reptiles than I already do, and, I plan to, I plan to go a lot more farther with these reptiles, because I also in the future plan to get some anoles, because anoles they're just beautiful, and to me they kind of remind me of chameleons, what anoles, because anoles they move their eyes around, and the green anoles they can change from brown to green. So yeah, but back to turtles and tortoises. Sorry about the camera shake, all of you guys. But so Sasha, so I plan to get a breeding pair of Russian tortoises someday in the future, okay? In the future, I plan to get a pair of breeding Russian tortoises and to breed some Russian tortoises, because, I mean, Russian tortoises are they take a special place in my heart, just like a lot of other tortoises do. And Sasha here, I'm starting actually to think that she is actually a he, because, he is not, growing. Sasha hasn't grown in a while, so that leads me to think it could be because, I mean, I just haven't given it enough time. But it also could be because she's a male, and males tend to be a lot smaller, so, and females can get really big, so, and eventually I am thinking about this spring actually moving her into a nice outdoor enclosure, and then for the summer making a nice little greenhouse area, just because I like to, I want her to be in the happiest condition as possible. I want her to be in the happiest area as possible, and I want her to have the happiest life. And, I mean, a stress-free tortoise is a happy tortoise. So, I've mentioned that a lot. And, so, Sasha is she turned around for all of us, so we can see her beautiful shell, but also not her beautiful face. So, one thing I would like to bring up is what types of tortoises I plan to get in the future. And the types of tortoises I plan to get in the future are most likely going to be probably I plan not to get a sulcata tortoise until I get a little more experienced with tortoises, but I plan to get an elongated tortoise. And the reason why I say that is because I think I have enough space for an elongated tortoise, and I think that an elongated tortoise is just my type of tortoise because I mean, their diet is what I'm already used to giving to Sheldon, even though they're not going to get all of the same needs as Sheldon, of course, because it's from another place in the world. But I'm definitely not going to be getting any sulcata tortoise. But as I get older, like when I get way older, probably in my 30s, I plan to get at least an Aldabra tortoise, because if I even can, but that's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I don't know if I'll ever be able to get the chance to get one, or if I'll even have the land or the space to have one, which I hope I will, because I dream to have like a nice little private refuge area for turtles and tortoises, and then an indoor area for other reptiles, because I just adore reptiles so much, and they hold a special place in my heart that is unexplainable because they're just amazing. And I just love to interact with them every day and get to see them every single day. So it's amazing what reptiles are capable of and what you can actually do having a pet reptile, and what you can see and experience as watching them. Just watching them every day, you can experience something so like energetic that it's just like wow. And that's where my YouTube channel came into place, because my YouTube channel I wanted to create because I wanted to get a lot of information out there on turtles and tortoises, even though the true good information is coming more popular and better. There is still some false information on turtles and tortoises out there, saying that they'll only grow the size of their enclosure, blah, 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 blah. Well, they won't. Okay, Sasha is currently in a 40 or 45 gallon. And she is not going to stay this size, okay? Eventually, I'll need to get a whole bigger enclosure, and I'll need to do all this other stuff to just make sure that she will get the nice space that she needs. And she is just sitting there. She's showing us her backside of her shell, but there's a better view. What you guys hear in the background, if you guys hear any rock tumbling or something like that, it's Sheldon walking. I'm about to change his substrate from rocks to pine needles so he can stay warmer this winter and not have to walk on rocks. So let's go back to this position. But Sasha, she's been doing pretty good. What I love about Russian tortoises is that their shell is so shiny. And their shell is just I love the patterns, like the black, and then her shell is kind of dusty, so you can't really see, but so smooth and nice and shiny. She's like, don't touch me, don't touch me. But she's going over to her feeding mat. I like that feeding mat there. Okay, so the reason why I like this feeding mat over there is because that there's, as you can see, there's sand and pine needles around, okay? Sand and pine needles. And Sasha here, she cannot eat the sand, okay? Hey, Sasha, wanna come say hi to our viewers? Wanna come say hi to our one viewer right now? Hi. Say hello to the world, Sasha. But so Sasha, she is a pretty I know I'm starting to go off topic, but Sasha actually, she is good with taming. Like, I have tried to work on, like, I tap here and she'll come over. Like, gonna come here? Yeah, she is not gonna listen. But sometimes she will tend to come to me whenever I tap the ground in front of her. So, hey Sasha, say hi to our 2 viewers. Okay, so back on topic about my reptile career. Hello. Hello, our new viewer. Alright, so Sasha, the cutest little tortoise. But, yeah, she is, but what I do plan to do with my with my turtle and tortoise career as I get older is, hello, Heather Patton. Welcome to our live stream. What is she eating? She's eating some greens. She already had her feeding day today, but her diet is arugula. I try to avoid spinach and iceberg lettuce. Definitely, the way Sasha's looking is adorable. So Sasha is she is a really cute tortoise. So there she is. Earlier, to my 2 new viewers, if you guys are new or you just came back and returned, her shell was this way, but this way. So we couldn't see her. But, back to my career and what I plan to do is that, I really plan to, it will take a lot of money to raise up, but I do plan to raise a lot of money so I'm able to get a nice turtle and tortoise little studio outside on my land in the backyard so that I can have more room for turtles and tortoises and possibly make my YouTube videos out there, and also because I also plan to go good ways with YouTube videos too, to spread education on reptiles, but mainly turtles and tortoises. And I think that will take me a good long way, and I do plan to breed turtles and tortoises in the future once I get experienced with more species and how they work, and I just need to get a little more experienced before I can get a little more deeper into the reptile hobby. So there's Sasha. She has a little burrow right here. It's hard to see on the other side, but Sasha is, say hi to the world, Sasha. Hey, girl. She is pretty. She is very pretty. But looks like she's gonna walk over. But oh, don't leave us, Sasha. Sasha. Hello. Hi, girl. Hello. Marty Heath and Heather Patton. Let's see. Does it? Okay, so let's see. It looks like she's gonna walk over to the whole other side of the tank now. Sasha. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, I do plan to breed a lot of tortoises and try to just make sure that their population is well. And I do want to get deeper into the reptile hobby as I get older and as I get more experienced with the turtles and tortoises I have right now. But I will be changing up my pace in the reptile hobby. Not really. changing up the pace, but I will be just kind of changing up in the reptile hobby, and well, actually, today is Christmas Eve, so I do plan to get a bearded dragon for Christmas, and that will higher my experience for reptiles. And as you viewers know that have already viewed my channel, you guys know that I have Mango, the leopard gecko. And Mango he is from a desert area, so I have a lot of experience on like dryland type desert species like Sasha and Mango, and soon I'll get even more with the native to Australia lizard, the bearded dragon. And one of the most popular pets in the world, really, but Australia, they're native to Australia, the deserts, and so I do plan to get more experienced with lizards and other tortoises, and someday, just someday, have a whole turtle and tortoise sanctuary out on my land, like private sanctuary. I don't want it to be too big where people come and visit, even though that would be really cool, but I do plan to. It's just my dream. Okay, so it might just be as they're my pets, but one other thing I am very interested in is herpetology. Okay, herpetology. I want to do some more research on it, but that is another thing that I also might want to do with my career, even though that has to do with amphibians mainly. So yeah, herpetology is an option for a job, but I just love to go and find animals in the wild and see them interact in the wild. That is my dream, is to go see how these animals interact in the wild. Because whenever I get to see, say, like, just whenever I see a box turtle in the wild just going around and just walking around or, like, drinking from a puddle, it's just like, wow, you get to see them interact in the wild. And that's what I also want to do on this YouTube channel, is go and show all of you wonderful viewers how amazing it is for the good footage you can get of reptiles in the wild, and how beautiful they really are in the wild, just like iguanas, chameleons, anoles, mainly turtles and tortoises. I just love them, and I really, all animals hold a special place in my heart. So, where do you want to travel to first? Where do I want to travel to first? The Galapagos Islands. Because the Galapagos Islands is just, I see pictures of it, and it is just a beautiful, beautiful place. And it is a wonderful area, I think, and I think it would be so beautiful to see a Galapagos tortoises in the wild, and also many other animals in the Galapagos Islands, like the marine iguanas, for example. The marine iguanas, it's just so cool how they, their skin actually can take that salt water, and they can dive down into the ocean and get their prey, and actually bring it back up to the surface, and it's just amazing. I've seen footage of that, and it's just awesome. I have a whole encyclopedia about that has some marine iguanas in it, and it is just awesome how they work and what they do. So, yes, I do see all of those wonderful animals, and it would just be such a dream come true to see those animals in the wild doing what they do. Because, you know, you hear and you see these YouTube videos of this footage of Galapagos tortoises saying that they climb over mountains and stuff like that just to get food and for nesting grounds and things like that. Such an endangered species, but such an amazing species. And I feel like all of these endangered species I just want to be able to see them in the wild before they go fully extinct. Like, I really want to be able to see, like, some type of Herman's tortoise in the wild, or something like that. It only has to be a Herman's tortoise, and, I mean, that would just be a dream come true, because it is seeing such an endangered species in the wild, and if you're able to interact with it in the wild, it's just amazing. And you can be able to see what they act like and all that. Because whenever you get down to it, let's take a look at the live chat just to see. Heather Patton, Marty Heath. So shout out to all of you guys for viewing this live stream. And then again, if you guys have any questions, just say it in the live stream, because I can answer all of your guys' questions, okay? So, here we are. So, Sasha, it looks like Sasha's about to take a rest. Thanks for the shout out. Of course, Heather Patton, a shout out for a viewer anytime. I'll do it anytime. Because I know that whenever I get shout outs from, live streamers, I get happy, because it's like, hey, I'm noticed. So, anybody who gets a shout out, I am happy to give shout outs to people. And so then again, just comment in the live chat, and I will answer your question. Alright. My nose is kind of stuffy. But, so, animals that I plan to... what type of turtle should I start with? I don't have a lot of land, Marty Heath says. Let me try to pull up your comment. I actually don't know how to do that. But, what turtle you should start with? If you don't have a lot of land, well, what you could do is, you could, so you could actually go to a place like Tractor Supply, and in the back of Tractor Supply, they have those huge tubs for, like, huge black tubs. A lot of people use them for aquatic turtles. If you don't have that, if you don't have a lot of land, you could go there, get that, and then you have a nice setup where you could put them in. Or if it's like an aquatic turtle, which I recommend probably a box turtle, like of any kind that you can get your hands on, or like a probably a Eastern painted turtle, because those are some good pets. So let's take a look at the comment section. Heather Patton says, what is Sasha getting for Christmas? I really don't know, because, as I mentioned in my other videos, that Russian tortoises and Herman's tortoises and those Greek tortoises, those Mediterranean species, they do not, so they cannot consume those fruits and those natural sugars. They cannot consume those sugars, so you can't really feed that to them. So probably Sasha, I might give her a sweater for Christmas. So a sweater, maybe. All right, and then Carter says, what is the rarest turtle? The rarest turtle. Okay, so that is actually a hard one. I forgot its name. But I'll just give you one of many because there's a lot of endangered species out there and rare species, and it is actually, I'm gonna go with either like the Forreston's tortoise. The Forreston's tortoise is very endangered. Or, well, there is the four-eyed turtle. There's a lot of them out there, but I think the Forreston's tortoise is pretty endangered, so shout out to Carter for commenting that. Sorry about the camera shake. Let's take a look at the live chat. Marty says, okay, is it okay to find one in the woods, question mark? No. In the woods, okay, so taking a turtle from the wild can really affect their population, especially if you don't know the population counts in, if you don't know the population count in that area. You definitely don't take one from the wild, especially if you're not experienced and you haven't had one before. So no, the answer is no. Do not take one from the wild. Get your hands on one. There's plenty of places to buy a pet tortoise or pet turtle, like the one I suggested. There's the Morph Market. There's the Turtle Source. There is myturtlestore.com. So those are some really good places. And there's also those local pet stores that you can go and see. Let's see the live chat again. Carter says, thank you. Of course, I'll answer anyone's question. So just ask a question and I can answer it. So with my reptile career, you guys should let me know if I should get another tortoise as my next, what type of tortoise I should get. Should I get an aquatic turtle? Should I get a Mediterranean tortoise? Should I get a tropical tortoise? Even though I don't really want another tortoise as my next pet reptile, I actually want a bearded dragon, but if you guys have any suggestions, just let me know, because I can always take suggestions and answer them, or questions, and I'll answer them. Sasha is stretching. Her leg always does that. Can you even... Oh, you can zoom in! Yay, we can see Sasha better. Great. The camera shake is bad now. But, Sasha, there we go. The wonderful... Okay, so Marty says, what would you name a bearded dragon? What would I So I was actually coming up with names. Let's zoom out. The camera shake is horrible. What I would name a bearded dragon? I came up with some good names today. Let me guys know in the live chat. What do you guys think of Neptune or Mars or Henry or... I really like Neptune or like Mars, or like Pluto, or I don't know, but even though Pluto, I would be stealing the name of the dog in Mickey Mouse. But bearded dragon names, they're hard, because I don't want a name like Spike, because Spike is just, it's too much. Too many people use Spike. Okay, so, Bill Strand, I vote for Smog. I love the name Smog. Smog is from the Hobbit, Smog, that dragon from the Hobbit, Smog. Yeah, I like that name. And Henry is a really good name too. Henry. Yeah, Henry, I have that one written down as another really good name. So there's a lot of good names out there that I really love. Um, so, uh, so, yes, so, yeah, the names is just, so, I might go with, I like a good mythical name, or something that is used for, like mythical names that are not used a lot. So, Henry and Smog are good names, because not a lot of people name their, bearded dragons that I know of as of, like, people names, but, I have seen that sometimes. But what color of dragon are you hoping for? I am hoping for a yellow. A yellow because, or like a yellow or orange, because I have found some that I really love. And I just love the tangerine color, because tangerines are just a wonderful, wonderful color. And I see tangerine in a lot of reptiles, and all the reptiles that I see that have tangerine, I just fall in love with any reptile that has tangerine on them. Like the fire anoles, or anoles, as the people from Florida and Carolinas say, anoles. But I love anoles or anoles. We'll just say anoles. But I love them so much. Like fire anoles, you have Cuban night anoles, brown anoles, green anoles, all those anoles. I'll just say anoles because I feel my voice feels a little more comfortable saying anoles. But all of those reptiles are just beautiful, and anoles kind of remind me of chameleons because their eyes move in different ways, and then they can green anoles can change skin color from brown to green, which is really cool because I caught a green anole in Florida, and it was brown at first, and then it churned green as I was holding it. It faded back to green, which it's just so interesting, like in chameleons and anoles, how they can change that color. It's so interesting, and I love it so much, like those different colors that those animals can get. And colors of reptiles are just amazing. Like with chameleons, you can get those blues. With iguanas, you can get blues, and iguanas, you can get oranges and grays, and you call it xanthic, and it is just an awesome sight to see. Even though the green iguana is so invasive in Florida, I still believe that it is a pretty, a pretty good animal. And I honestly think that they're way too cheap for what animal they are, because people are like, oh, a green iguana is $32. Let's buy one, and then you get a green iguana, and then they get so big, and then that's how they come invasive. Is because also people can release them, and people are just like, hey, that gets way too big, so they release them, and then there's a whole population created in the wild, and that really goes far. And I've seen videos of there's these green iguanas covering people's porches and backyards, and they're just everywhere, and they don't care. That's what I see a lot, and I'm just like, wow. And I see people going in hunting them, and I am not against the people who hunt them, but I'm just saying those are beautiful animals. And I just want to say that I am not the type of person to go hunt those animals, but what is a good, better view, this way or this way? I'll just stay at this way for now. Heather says, I want one of those iguanas. Yes, those iguanas are, I can see them being a good pet. The only thing I would be worried about is probably how aggressive they are, and then the humidity they need and the space they need. They need a whole walk-in closet like enclosure at whenever they get older, like the size of a good size walk-in closet. So probably an extra large dog cage, like an extra large dog cage, but like really large, like large. So, because they don't belong in a tiny tank. I don't really believe any iguana should belong in a tiny tank, because, that's not really, they belong in a big space, a space where they could roam around and be free, such as the wild, but, a pet would be a nice big, probably like dog cage, like really big dog cage size enclosure where they can, just have enough space to not feel like they're trapped. Because you can see at some pet stores where animals look like they feel trapped, and that is not what you want whenever you get a pet reptile. You don't want them to feel trapped. You want them to feel at home. You want them to, you kind of want to replicate a chunk of where they're from, which in the United States, like with animals from the United States and then you live in the United States, it might be a little more simple because, you are from that area. But then again, if I live in a colder area and, what's Marty say? Like the ones people keep their dogs outside. Wait, what? Like the ones people keep their dogs outside. Yes. Yes, like an 8x10 foot. Yes. That is exactly what I'm talking about, because they have enough space to walk around. Not walk, like leap around kind of thing. And cage for the iguanas. Yes. So, alright, so I'm trying to figure out a way where I can get my, Merry Christmas, Mason's Turtles. I have to do some last minute Christmas wrapping. I enjoyed your information. Looking forward to your next live. Thank you, Heather Patton, and shout out to you, and I will also see you in the next live stream. Hope to see you there. So, and hope to see you all of you there, because I'm just starting to do live streams now that I have gathered a good audience. So, thank you all for viewing my videos. And, so, one of the last things I wanted to talk about is, care that I want to give to my reptiles and that I want to get better at doing. Okay, so what care things I want to get better at doing and what I want to upgrade for my reptiles. So, we're starting with Sasha, because Sasha's our, little famous tortoise right here. Sasha has, she is in a 40-gallon right now, and I plan to get her a way bigger enclosure, but eventually move up to a 50-gallon, then move up to probably 60-gallon, and then, after I upgrade one more time, I want to move outside. But the only thing that I am worried about with Russian tortoise, like Sasha, is that they dig. And they dig, and they dig. And Sasha has dug before. And one time I had a little enclosure made specifically for her outside. And I set her outside for a little bit and then came out and checked on her. She was already digging. And I was like, oh boy, you're not digging out of there, girl. So I just am worried about her digging. And I just don't want her to escape, because that would be so bad. Tortoise on the loose in Missouri. So, That would be really bad. Russian tortoise. Even though it is a Russian tortoise, I honestly think they should rename the Russian tortoise. I mean, it does have another name, the Horsfield's tortoise. So Testudo Horsfield. Is it Testudo Horsfieldy or Testudo Horsefield? There's an I at the end of that scientific name, so it kind of gets me there. But I really think they should rename the Russian's tortoise. I could start calling it the Horsfield's tortoise, because I don't get. I mean, the Russian tortoise does range in some areas of some areas in Russia, but you're mainly gonna find them in Afghanistan, Iran, Pakistan, okay, and those dry desert areas. You're gonna find them there, not in cold snow. Even though they can range to temperatures above 45, like in like 45, they can go down to temperatures 45. So yeah, they can survive. I would say just like your average winter, like if it's not too cold. I would just say nothing in its 30s, okay? So that's another reason why Sasha is inside, because I don't have, she can't be outside right now, of course, in a Missouri winter, where it gets down to its 20s and 30s. She cannot be outside right now. She has to be at 45 and above. So, and I think I'm going to wrap up this video for today. Thank you everyone so much for viewing. Thank you Bill Strand, thank you Marty Heath, thank you Heather Patton. And let me see the viewers I had before. Carter, thank you so much for viewing. And Olivia, my first viewer. So thank you all so much for viewing my first live stream. I didn't even think I was gonna get viewers this live stream. So thank you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one. So see y'all later. How do you end this? How do you end live streams? Marty says, thanks for all the info. Of course. Alright. Okay, so how do you end this? Let's see. Country Life Randoms, you're welcome. Let's see here. So, boop. And, oh, flash is on. Alright, thank you all so much.